Today is a dark day for Tolkien fans, my friends. It is a dark day. The final episode of the first season of Amazon's Rings of Power has dropped, and it has given us something that was actually worse than a pure stinker of a final episode. It has given us a bittersweet parting to the first season. There were genuinely, I think, short windows where I was really excited and I just saw everything that this first season should have been. When I first saw the advert for the new show, I don't know, a year ago, whenever it was first advertised, I thought, story. The story of the Forging of Rings and Power, like the best story in the Silmarillion. Like, if you pick up the Silmarillion, like that is the favourite story in there. Sauron, disguised as Anatar, tricking all of the elves, tricking the smartest people in Middle-earth into their own doom. It had everything that made The Lord of the Rings great as a story. It had forbidden knowledge. Sauron teaching the elves the ringcraft and how to make these incredibly powerful artifacts, almost like this snake in the Garden of Eden in the Bible and the Tree of Knowledge. He gives them the forbidden knowledge to save the things that they love, and it ends up being like their own demise. It ends up causing so much more pain in the world than if they just left it alone. I just had Tolkien written all over it. It's my favourite story in the Silmarillion, the Forging of the Rings. How Sauron gets the name Sauron the Deceiver because he's so good at tricking people. He tricks them into destroying themselves, and it's just such a good story. And in this final episode, the show goes at breakneck speed through all of its best bits, through all of the politicking and the trickery on the part of Sauron. The most this final episode gives us are throwaway comments about Sauron's trickery. But that should have been the backbone of the show. The very few who mistrust him, like Galadriel. The deception, I thought that was going to be what carried this show. Not this Gandalf half-foot origin story or whatever it is they've got going on. Not the Númenóreans or Isildur, who shouldn't even be alive for several thousands of years. I mean, we'll just leave that. Thousands of years in the future is when he comes, but no, he has to be in the story now. None of these other story arcs really drove it home at all, but in this final episode, we got what I was most looking forward to, which was the actual events leading up to the Forging of the Rings of Power. My guess is that the showrunners, maybe they felt like everyone knew, or all of the fans, I should say, knew who Anatar is. Like, they would know who Anatar is. He's presented, and he would basically be the trick. So they wouldn't have this Halbrand reveal. I know that, like, there are lots of other reviews floating around, and people are angry, people are bashing the show, and there's no end to it. But it is just sad. I do think that this last episode had flashes of what could have been. All the good things that I could have had in this story. If I could rewrite the story, or if there was any remake of the story, I would say drop the Númenórean side plot. But it doesn't fit anyway. Isildur is not supposed to be alive for thousands of years. I mean, when you think about it, he cuts the one ring from Sauron that kicks off the Third Age. How is that going to mesh in the timeline? He can't be alive now. The one ring hasn't even been made. No idea how that's supposed to work. No idea. Tolkien wrote thousands of years worth of time in between those things. But anyway, I think the half-foot weakest storyline in there, again, I'm pretty sure Gandalf and the wizards come in the Third Age. I really hope that, even though, was it a soft reveal? I don't remember him saying that he was Gandalf, but I really hope that they just go back on it and do a bit of a 180, a bit of a backflip, and just have him be maybe a blue wizard, the guy with the half-foot to be a blue wizard instead of Gandalf. I think that would be better if there were multiple blue wizards. I don't know, maybe the financiers of the show said, we're not going to put up any money to make a Lord of the Rings show unless Gandalf's in it, and then, what can you do? People who don't understand the law saying things like that, Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to make a little video, have a little bit of melancholy in here because it's sad. It's sad. It just could have been so much better. Anyway, thanks for watching.